grab your coffee, gather around this wonderful wacky Wednesday. We are working. Join me. Let's see. So, time management. My good friend, my worst enemy. The thing I struggle with the most. Getting stuff done by the time I meant to is something that I struggle with a lot. And I think we all have experienced those moments where you blink and a week went by and you blink again looking at the week that passed and now it's been a month and you're like, whoa, there's stuff I meant to get done. And it's really hard to just kind of get stuff done. Like, it's not so hard to do it, but life is chaotic. And there's just so many things. And it feels like the to-do list gets bigger by the day, you know? And so that's what, like, these Wednesday streams are just a fun little pocket where I get to work on some of the stuff I've been meaning to. And some days it'll be merch design, some days it'll be commission work, and today it's gonna be some of the stuff I've been meaning to clean up and get going in my shop. You know, since it launches tomorrow. I also wanted to take a look at this. So I've got, I did the outline for my little Skuttz, yeah, fired up emote. Because I thought it would be a really fun decal, and I was right. It absolutely is. But now that I have all the line work done, I feel like I should take it and just kind of expand it and clean this up. And then I'd have a really neat sticker, and I would put the sticker on everything. Skuttz approved. And then we have our otter friend from last week, where I learned what otters look like and how to draw these little wiggly guys. I made a few notes of things I wanted to maybe change or try out, so we might delve into that later. But yeah, I don't know where I want to start. Not gonna lie, I'm a little thrown off right now. I was supposed to start streaming at noon, but 11:50 came around and I sat down and I tried to get everything set up, and then when it came time to have my audio come through the correct channel, it just wouldn't. And I've been having this problem for a while, so it would not come through my earbuds, which I needed to, and it meant several restarts until my stuff was working together again. So teamwork makes the dream work. I got the music coming out my earbuds, and well, I'm going to investigate what the heck is going on, because restarting my computer seems to be the only thing that fixes the issue. So I don't know if it's a driver issue or what, but I was very careful the last time I did it. I let everything boot up. Then I made sure I didn't let my headphones connect to anything else, and that they only connected to my computer. And then this time, the tech gods smiled down upon me and they said, okay, you can have your music through your earbuds. So, let's see. See, this is cute. Toes are cute, but it's more like a cat paw toes. So I was gonna try to like make these a little bit longer. I wonder, oh, let's move this first, hold on. I wonder if I can just salvage some of this without having to do much. I'll always try first. Like, worst that happens is I have to erase it anyways. But if I can grab like these little fingies, since I think they are pretty cute, I might be able to just kind of move them out further. Ooh, yeah, okay, all right. No, I don't like those and I'm not gonna keep them. But what I will do is kind of put these around as markers where I do think I want them. Because he just needs to have a little bit longer toesies going. I'm just kind of moving it around here while I look at where it looks at over here. This is the handiest thing I've ever learned. Alright, this should go pretty quick. So let's see how many of these things I can actually manage to get done today. I don't know. I feel like it's a big stack I stacked. If I got through everything, I would be super happy, but I don't think we are. This otter though, we might. It is too cute. I cannot. I almost want to like, wait. I just had an idea. I know everything else is like looking all right. All right, so I'll stretch those toesies out. That looks more otter paw. And I guess they have webbed toes too, so I can't forget that where applicable. But these ones, I think I just want to get rid of that hand. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. I just cut it and then paste it to a new layer. So it's there if I want it. It's not gone forever, but I'm free to experiment and try a second time because I think I can do better. I think I can. I want him to look like he's like grabbing, and that was very, what do you call it? His hand was very static. I think I can do better. I like how this one has like the spread, like he's trying to desperately grab his little rocks. Oh, if you've never seen otters juggling rocks, it's very adorable. I think this looks a bit better. Unless it works for the whole, like, juggling where one hand's kind of throwing stuff up and the other one's spread to catch it. That's not how... But does realistic juggling physics apply to a cartoon otter, Skuttz? Don't overthink things. That's like rule number 2 in art. Rule number 1 is just do it. Rule number 2 is don't overthink it. Rule number something, use refs. If you make it a Venn diagram, your art will be fine, I promise. Oh no. I don't think I posted any stream announcements because I was just trying to get my headphones to work. Alright, wow. It's Wednesday, huh? That's always crazy. The week goes by so fast, it feels like it was just Wednesday. Alright. So... Yeah, we're gonna try. Let's see. I think I do like the spread hand better. It looks like he's trying to grab it. Works. All right, then they got a little. I'll have to grab some more refs because I think I only had like 1 or 2 that were kind of looking at the paws. I was mostly trying to figure out his little noodly shape. Now that I've done that, I feel like it's good to go. So what if I like... I don't know, would it work with his foot turned up like he's trying to grab stuff? I don't think they have like prehensile feet though. He's juggling too many things. Maybe. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna mess with that. At least not right now. These do look okay though. They just have very interesting shaped feet. Like, they don't have paws like you think that they would. They've got very long digits, and it's really interesting. I don't know. That's why it's fun, like, actually looking at references, because you're like, oh my gosh, bunnies don't have paw pads? I'm gonna draw them anyways. Oh yeah. Oh no, the goldfish moments. Post a link. Goofball. Alright, there we go. Let's see. I've been working on so many things I can't show you. Now his back feet actually feel small compared to his front feet. So did I make his feet too big? Or do his feet need to be bigger? Back to the Illuminati otters we go. Actually their paws are pretty small. So I think actually, well, they're spread out though, because he's trying to catch it. I don't know. It's roughly the size of his nose. Either way, they're not the same size as each other, so it doesn't really matter if I make the front paws smaller or the back paws larger, as long as I do one or the other so that they are, like, matching. So we'll make these ones maybe just a little bit smaller. I don't think it has to be too much, because they're also, like, splayed out. So they're going to look bigger, but I want to make sure that, like, the toe length and the foot pad look like they are close enough to the same size. I suppose, hold on. Sketch the rest of this out real quick, because I just traced over the missing parts. So I'm gonna be missing some stuff when I get rid of what's underneath. Uh-oh. Gonna sneeze? Don't sneeze. I refuse to sneeze. Oh, it went away. Ahaha! I'm in the zone and I don't want to reach up to mute my microphone if I had to sneeze. I don't know. My noise gate would probably handle it okay, but you know, I try not to just like make awful noises on the microphone. If I can help it, I avoid it at all costs. Alright, let's see. I think I will do the same thing. We'll get rid of this paw. I have now traced it as a sketch, so we're gonna remove it. Drop it to a different layer. I don't think I'm gonna keep it. I was probably good to erase that one, but just in case somehow this goes foobar, I still have the semblance of a thing that I didn't dislike, so if I have to start over, there's that as a starting spot. So I think actually where I have the flats is a pretty good size. I just needed to make fingers longer. Hold on, is his leg too stemmy? Oh gosh, a little bit, oh. Depends on where his elbow is. Floof to floof? You can't see me measuring. Okay, that's roughly. I'm taking my hand and measuring with my fingers and then moving to another spot on my tablet. It's kind of hard to show, but I feel like that's a thing. Like, you find something that's a good size, and then if you have a way to measure it either with your fingers, your hands, your pencil, and like if you're trying to do symmetrical anatomy, it's a really good trick to check, like, oh, is your are your arm lengths the same? Are your leg lengths the same? Like, it's pretty basic trick to just kind of check your anatomy. And I think we're okay to fix these paws. It's funny. I almost never open just one thing on my canvas. Once in a while, like, there will be a thing I know I'm sitting down and I'm working on this, and I know that, like, that's where my focus needs to go. But today, since I'm trying not to, like, I don't want Wednesdays to stress me out. I want this to be fun. That's why I'm like, all right, what do I want to work on and get done during this time block? And it's the closest to personal art I feel like I'm getting, and it's good. But the last thing I want then is for art, like art time that I want to be fun, to then be really stressful. So I like to just kind of open a couple of things, and I'm like, okay, what one's gonna catch my interest? And I just kind of like set out a little buffet for myself. I'm like, do I want to work on this design or that one? I'm like, I want to work on the otters. I'm like, okay, all right, we're working on the otters. Although it's not like just, oh, work on anything. It's usually like when I'm working on commissions, my queue is blocked out in chunks, and I will try to work on those chunks at a time. So I'm not working just anywhere through my list. I'm still trying to take care of the oldest commissions first. So still working first in, first out. It keeps stuff from being forgotten or left behind while newer stuff gets done. So like things like character ref sheets will get pushed further forward, because those are usually like someone's waiting for those to get more art of those characters. Or sometimes things will be like urgent for birthdays or an event, but I don't take those on too often, because for the most part, working first in, first out keeps everything going. I think that's really important, especially because I deal with a chronic illness. Like, there are days where I get behind, or last year I had a really unfortunate accident where I stepped off a curb and I rolled my ankles so badly that it took about 9 months to start walking again, like regularly. It took probably until I rolled it in December, and it took until like June. Yeah, about this time last year, I was finally like able to walk around a grocery store. Prior to that, I was getting mean looks because I was using the scooty cart because I couldn't walk. And people are like, why are you in the scooty cart? And I'm like, why are you being judgmental? I had some guy stare me down from across the aisle. Like, I was down at one side of the aisle and he was all the way down at the other end, and he just was target locked looking at me with this scrunched up face like he just smelled some of the worst stuff in the world. And then I turned the scooty cart to the other side and he saw that my foot was in a full like ankle brace like boot and that I was in the scooty cart for a reason, and he gave this like affirming nod and went back to his business. And I'm like, I'm glad I needed your certification to determine whether or not I could use this. Like, people just need to mind their own business. It's so nuts to me how like people want to insert themselves into things like that. And it's wild. Like, you don't know what's going on with people. It doesn't matter if they look too young or too skinny or too healthy. Like, just geez. Instead of being like, oh, this person's screwing around and, you know, they're taking it from someone who might need it, you know, just assume that they might need it. That's why they're probably using it. It's hilarious. It's not hilarious, and I feel awful for people who deal with it all the fucking time. It gave me horrible anxiety. I didn't even want to go to the store because I didn't want to deal with people, like, looking at me using the scooty cart and being like, you don't need to use that. And I'm like, I am walking on crutches right now. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Like, you don't know what other people are going through, and we, like, I don't know, everybody's so judgmental as a society. It's just, take a deep breath, let people do their thing. And, like, we could all remember people are going through shit, and you don't know, you know, you don't know what other people are going through. Like, I saw a kid on a cart, and I'm like, they're probably like 17, 18, on a scooty cart, like young, healthy, and I'm like, oh, bro, what'd you fuck up? And like, as he scooted down the aisle, I saw that his other like, he was in a full-on cast, not just a boot, but a cast. I was like, that had to suck, you know? But I didn't fucking see him from across the aisle and go, oh man, he shouldn't be in a scooty cart. Like, what the hell? I'm the scooty cart police. Like, sir, go look at your apples. Oh my god, I love this otter. People do need to chill. Yeah, it is the otter again. Oh no. Absolutely, and especially like words, but yeah, I feel you. I know. If they judge, use your walking stick like a lance and joust them. Exactly. I think, I mean, barring people going to extremes, it just, I'm like, I'm grateful that it shows you people who they are, and you're just gonna steer clear of shitty people. Like, all right, that's your vibe. I'm not hanging. All right, I like that paw so much better. See, look, all right, where's the first paw? Right here. See, that one wasn't bad, and I was okay with it, but I was like, meh, it kind of feels a little stiff, and I could do better. And all I did was walk away for a week, and I was like, yeah, I bet I can do better. I wasn't even mad at that. I just was like, like, watch me. And then sure enough, like, I'm super happy with this one. It feels like he's actually trying to catch or throw the rock, like... His palms are rock shaped. It's kind of why you don't use your cane even though you should. Oh my gosh, yeah, so many people, we just like struggle with shit silently because it's better to just not deal with the judgment of other people, and that's so awful. Like, I got to the point where I was like, I just started staring them back. Like, I literally was unable to walk for December, January, February, March, I think I was stubbornly getting around, and then May, I found out I tore the ligaments and I needed to sit my ass down and let it heal. And so, like, at that point, when I knew I had torn ligaments and I needed to, like, I was like, all right, everybody's being jerks. But it was just like, what do you want me to do? Like, there's no way I could actually physically walk. So I was just, like, looking back at them like, like, fucking wrestle me off the scooty cart. Like, I couldn't walk. What do you want me to do? I got so tired of it. I just started mean mugging them back. Like, I'm not the jerk here. Hurts your shoulder and hand really bad. Yeah, no, the crutches I barely used. I called it my scoot. But it was like the little knee scooter so that I could put my busted knee up on it. But that basically would hurt my shoulder. Like, offsetting the weight onto other joints rarely helps the other joints. Sure, you're helping the thing that hurts, but now everything else hurts for pulling the weight of the part that couldn't do the work. And I'm like, oh god. I'm like, let people have their things. Life's hard enough. I just want to make some cranky stickers for like walking sticks and shit. I like it. I could have put one on my scooty cart. Oh man, that would have made me feel so good. Just right on the back. Something sassy. It was crazy too. Like, I'm not, why are people so mean? So when I was in the scooty cart, people would walk faster to walk in front of me and then look at me like I was a madman on the road for running them over. But when I was walking on foot and limping, people would stop and let me pass. So it's like, okay, if I'm standing and struggling, like, okay, I get your respect and I can go first. But if I'm in the scooty cart, I'm lazy and like a fucking menace. I don't know. It was wild. Like, people treat people like shit, and now I understand why folks in wheelchairs or folks in the scooty carts, when I stop and let them go first, they're always like, oh, and I'm like, please, like, why would I not let you go first? And now I'm just like, they're shocked because everyone else is cruel and mean and fucking tries to punish you for some reason, and it's insane. And if you've never had to ride in a scooty cart when you quote unquote don't look like you should, then you don't deal with that and you don't know that people are that awful about it. And not everyone. Like, granted, there were plenty of people who were kind and like they saw me trying to get up out of the cart to reach something if like my partner couldn't come to the store with me, or I'd sent him to go get something else so that we didn't have to stay in the store as long. Like, somebody would come over and like grab the thing down for me so I didn't have to get up, or people would get out of the way or be like, but the amount of people who weren't was just astounding. Like, oh my God. So if you see people who are struggling with mobility, just know, like they're working against people being jackasses, people being judgmental, and to boot, when I was dealing with my scooty cart and stuff, you don't realize how ableist architecture is. Like, fancy cobblestones and stuff that all look all fancy and stuff, that took more effort for me to push myself over than it did to use just like over smooth pavement. And the only purpose was for it to look fancy. And the only thing it did other than look pretty was cause me a lot more work to go a very short distance. And it was infuriating. And I don't I don't feel like that kind of stuff is talked about or spoken about enough. And like, if you've never been critically injured to the point where you've been immobilized, then you probably wouldn't have had to deal with these things. But that's why, like, that's why they say representation matters, because if you have people on the city councils or like helping decide, hey, yeah, we need to have, you know, crosswalks or structures like this so that it allows people to, you know, get around. Like, it matters, because if you've never had to deal with it, you just don't think about it because you don't know any better. And it's not some sort of fatal flaw. It just, like, if you haven't, like, if you don't know, you can't know, but fucking learn and do better, you know? I'm like, man, like, I feel bad talking about it. Like, I'm like, oh, nobody wants to hear about this, but fucking everybody should. Like, just because you don't have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis personally doesn't mean it's not a reality day-to-day for other people who do have to live that. And I think that when you know about it, you can try to do more about it. Or like, hey, if you know people are extra rude to people who are in the scooty scoots and you see somebody, like, fucking open a door for them, or like see if they like fucking, if they're going somewhere, don't walk in front of them. Like, it's like how to be a basic human being 101, just apply it to everybody. It's crazy. But I don't know, my mom raised me to treat others how I want to be treated. So, you know, I think that it's a really good basic rule. Rule number 2, otters. Oh, alright. I think I'm gonna come in and clean up his paws a bit later, just because I don't feel like this is final shirt design final. I probably should have also used vector lines. I just hate using vector lines. I feel like, ooh, so it's the ever tug of war. The lines are all smooth and neat, but I also feel like they take away from the flow that I can get. So it's nice because you can get consistent lines, but I also feel like I lose a lot of the personality from the lines. Kind of like when you go from a sketch to line art, but like times 10. Do. You want to make a D&D character that's a cavalier that uses their mount for mobility and lances a stick if they have to dismount. Oh, that would be perfect. Tiny goblin on a service warg. Yes. I am here for it. I'll run a campaign just so you can play it. Oh. All right. That's so awful. Yeah, the world needs more kindness, and I'll stand here and scream it from the fucking rooftops if I gotta. Especially lately. Also, I'm trying to decide which one, but today oh wow, sorry, that was a new one. I've tripped over my words a lot, but that's the first time I've ever turned it into a little song. Good job, brain. That was a new one. You guys have no idea. Well, I mean, maybe, because a lot of people have issues with, like, public speaking. But I used to stutter occasionally, and it's not like it's not a really big issue, but when it would happen, it was bad. Like, I wouldn't stutter often, but when I did, it's like my brain broke, and then I'd be embarrassed, and then it was like it wouldn't stop, and I was like, oh no. And I've gotten better at not getting stuck in the loop, but the starts of it will still kind of happen. And I get really embarrassed about it. But if you like dwell on it, or what, like it just makes it worse than just moving on, you know? And it's just really, it's really funny to me when I do stuff like that, because that was me being embarrassed, but kind of playing off of the silliness of it, because, you know, you just roll into it. I was like, that was a unique one. That was interesting. Never done that before. Just make a remix of when I start tripping over my words. I also usually just interrupt myself with a cuss word, and that like fixes the loop for some reason. I'm like, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, now my brain works again. I don't know why. Ooh, do I like that claw shape? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I want them to be... I don't like this one either. I don't know. I'll come back and look at it though. I like the paws. The nails are the part I'm not sure about. Okay. Pogeg for a new Pogeg. Oh no. All right. Oh, the outlines aren't thick enough. Everything else is, but the hands are not. Pause. All right. So let's see, give this another go. I think they just have like little claws. I tried to curl it in really tight because that's what they did, but I think it looked weird. So maybe not curling them in as tight will just look better. I don't hate it. It works. Nothing set in stone. I was trying to make some sort of juggling rock pun out of that one, but my brain's just too focused. Alright, also, everyone redraws lines constantly, like redraw, and it's a way to draw, but another way is to also just carve stuff out of thicker lines, and I really like the result. More so sometimes than like just doing the outlines, but I feel like once again it's me imagining the volume, and I don't know, I can see where the lines should go better when I am building and erasing than when I just constantly erase and I have nothing there. Because like I can still see what I like and what I don't like, and I can leave the stuff I do like and then just kind of keep sculpting the stuff that I don't. I don't know, it's weird. But it saves me a lot of like strain on my wrist, because I'm not just drawing the same repetitive lines over and over and going like drawing the same. I don't know how to explain it, but it's weird. I started developing and leaning more into the style after my car accident, just because like when I started to basically rehabilitate my hand and start drawing the traditional style of sketching where you just kind of like draw a line over and over again, or the repetitive circles, and you know, like when you think of somebody just like traditionally sketching, you think of like someone drawing a bunch of circles and then they do like this, and then you know you've got like circles here and circles, and do you see how many extra lines that is, like, and it's all just repeating the same shapes, and it's just, I don't know, it feels like it's way more efficient for me to do something where I build the volumes out with the shapes, and then I will come in and do like, see, like I can just visualize the collarbone, the shoulders, and like that's way less hand motion and everything. And then if I want to, I come in and, you know, I do this on the face so I can like build my ruler and stuff, but I'll still come back in, and instead of drawing the nose 100 times, I put a freaking like triangle, and I like sculpt out the fucking, like, okay, all right, we got shapes now, I guess this is a face, and it just works for me. Like, digital art is so interesting compared to traditional art. Well, I mean, not really, there's plenty of it's just another form of art, but the way you can like work with digital layers and stuff is really interesting, and it's not something you get a lot in traditional stuff without a lot of it brings to mind like light tables and having a sketch that you then, you know, tape down over your light table, and then you tape down your fresh paper on top, and that's the one you're gonna do all your inks on or something. So you don't have to worry about ruining your sketch if you do fuck up your line art or whatever. But then you're sitting there, you have to make sure everything is secure. Because if you're sitting there and drawing and, you know, you're tracing your line work out over the sketch on the light table and you shift, good luck lining it back up. Especially if it shifts multiple times, if stuff is, yeah, it's just, yeah. But when you do stuff on digital art, it kind of, there are ways to shift stuff out of line and out of sync. It is possible to fuck it up. But it's really just a lot easier that everything's on its own layers if you want it to be. You can rearrange stuff, you can drag layers above other layers, like, it's really cool. Although I think most mediums are really cool in their own way. So, because I'll gush all day about that, but then I'll gush all day about metalworking, or I'm currently, it's springtime. The sun is out. It is nice. It is weather for spray painting stuff. So I just want to go outside and contact cement, glue everything together, and come out at the end with some bizarre creation that I get to wear around and squee in. I don't know. I think I don't even know what cosplay I'm gonna make or what thing I'm gonna make. Every time I'm like, I'm gonna make this, I'm like, I have to save up for some of the supplies. I need probably like a small roll of foam, and then I want to try some foam clay because I don't want to murder my shoulders and my neck dremeling foam spikes. I just want to make a little noodle snake, make it pointy on one end, and then stick it on to my pauldron, you know? That's not a big ask. It's not a big ask. But I do have to wait till I can get it, so. It's just, I want to build something. So every time I'm like, oh, I'm going to make the armorer from Mando. And I'm like, oh, but that's not very, like, challenging. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'll do it maybe. And just do, because the main thing that build from that is her helmet. And I was like, oh, I want to watch, or I want to make Bo-Katan. Because, I mean, if you can't tell, I was watching the Mando, like, I'm like, maybe. And then, I'm trying to remember what, oh, I wanted, I wanted to do my Magic the Gathering commander, but that one's a big one. That one's gonna take too many materials and a lot of time. So that one's like long-term plan, I think. But yeah, I just want to make like 100 different things, but I don't have the time to start on anything yet. So I'm constantly changing what I want to work on. Like, no, I want to do this. Wait, no, I want to do that. Like, I don't know. So I guess I will find out when I get there and I actually lock myself into a project. But yeah. So like everybody in my family and my friends all know that I'm super crafty and I like to make stuff. And so I just have a ton of random things that have been like I have a ton of really nice fabric that was given to me by my friend because this old lady was getting rid of a bunch of stuff and she used to be a seamstress and whatever, and so she was like, I know you sew, so here you go. And I'm like, I'm scared to touch this stuff. This is the fabric that's so nice that if you put a stitch through it, that hole is in the fabric forever. That's scary. My skills are not that good. I used to, people would see my barbarian cosplay and like the big pauldrons and they'd be like, wow, that's so cool. How long have you been making cosplays? And I'm like, this is my first cosplay. And they're like, no way. Oh man, I'll never be able to do something like that. And I'm like, hey, just because I can make cool foam. I'm like, we all got our flaws. And I'd show them my sewing underneath because like my sewing machine was pitching a fit and there were like ratted knots of thread everywhere, visible on the surface. But because I was covering it up with the foam armor, it didn't matter. So as long as the parts that peeked out looked good, the rest could look god awful. And it did. That's the secret. Unless you're like doing a competition though, I don't think that kind of stuff matters. Fix the fork extension. Yay. Oh god. Sewing is hard. Sewing machines are evil. I mean, yeah. I might have ruined my sewing machine. But I mean, I've since got a new one. But I won't be doing upholstery leather on my new sewing machine. I'm pretty sure I threw the timing out on the old one. Which is awful, by the way, infuriating. It's an easy fix. Like, it should not be that hard to retime your sewing machine's belt. However, instead of having an door or any sort of accessible way to get to the timing belt of the machine, I had to take my machine and snap it in half. Like, not snap, but like, there's no door. Like, I had to completely disassemble it. And so then you have to try to fix the timing, reassemble it, check it to see if the timing is fixed, and then disassemble and repeat. So I never actually fixed it because it was insane to reassemble and disassemble it. I had other shit to do. And I think that that is just so... it's disgusting. It's another one of those things where it shows you just how like planned obsolescence into things has become more common. Because like there were so many YouTube tutorials on how to fix the timing on your machine. I knew that it was what was wrong with my machine, but it's really expensive to take it to a shop to get fixed, and half the time they're not even guaranteed to fix stuff. I've heard horror stories where people have taken their machines to go get fixed and they never work again. And I'm like, well, it doesn't work in the first place. but I didn't really have the money to just hope that they would be able to fix the temperamental beast when a new machine was like $100 and something bucks. So I ended up getting a new one at the beginning of the pandemic so that I could sew face masks. And that one I do not run furniture leather in. Oh my god. All right. Sewing machines are interesting though. It's probably like I'm pretty good at a ton of stuff. Like little brag. I've just been a craft gremlin my whole fucking life. Like if there is something that you do to make a thing, I've probably done it or tried it or looked into it or have researched it or like yeah. Hot glue, yep. Metalworking, yep. I can saw stuff, I can glue stuff together. Like I am the one when stuff breaks that it somehow goes back together, unless it's an electronic. That is not my thing. But like physical things, if something breaks, I will fucking glue. What was it? We have a nice dresser. God, it's like a $7,000 dresser that we got for free because someone ran a forklift through it and it busted 2 of the drawers. So they were going to just throw it into like the auger and destroy it. And somebody was like, oh, well, maybe we could take it and like just throw out the bad drawers or whatever. And my partner sent me the picture and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Bring me that. I've got wood glue and I've got clamps. And he brought it home and I wood glued and clamped that back together. I made it fucking go. And you can still see where, like, I didn't go and like cover the glue lines. If I wanted to be extra, I could go do that, but I made it work. And so we have a really nice dresser because I fixed it. And that makes me really happy. Like, I remember that I can do some cool stuff. But that's because I've just glued everything together under the sun. And I am honestly surprised it took me until like 2019 to find out that you cannot put you cannot put super glue on felt, because I'd always used hot glue. But I went through a phase where I was working on minis, so I had super glue on hand. But like, I've glued so many things to so many things. I was legitimately shocked it took me until my, 29th year of life to go, oh my god, hot. Don't. And for those who do not know, I will just be extra clear. There's a chemical reaction that takes place when you put super glue on felt and it gets super hot. So don't do it. It's bad. I got some on my pants and I had to immediately doff my pants. It was like heat metal, but felt. Speaking of forklifts, just don't go skewering any furniture. Seriously, though, like I don't know who's driving forklifts at that place, but the desk behind me in my office was another victim of a forklift. Except this one that's just got a hole in the back, and I'm like, I don't care. It's extra ventilation? I don't know. A spider hole? Can't use a sewing machine to save your life. They're like wild horses. I can't just use any sewing machine. I can only use my sewing machine. I know what settings it likes and its favorite snacks and which way to pet it so it doesn't buck me. But if I try to use somebody else's sewing machine, it's like terror. Although it's also just because sewing machines are really expensive, and I'm always afraid of breaking anybody else's sewing machines. I'm like, I want to break my own stuff, thanks. I do my best to like not, I treat everything with like the utmost respect. If it's not mine, I treat it better than if it were mine. And so if anything happens to stuff like that, I just like, I feel horrible. But B, like, oh no, I forgot what I was talking about. I was thinking about floof. I was in the zone. That's okay. Here we go. Yeah. All right, hang on one second. I think I gotta sip some tea here. It's really heavy pollen season, so I keep sounding really raspy and gritty. It's because I have to sleep with the window cracked because it's warm, but then the pollen, all of the pollen. And it's like that time of the year where the cottonwoods are blooming or whatever. I'm not sure if it's a tree or if it's the like the cattails, but it looks like it's snowing, except it's little floofy things. And I'm so allergic. I'm so allergic. And so it's just, I've had struggle days on the high pollen days. All right. I'm trying to decide if I want to like make it so you can see his ear. Or does that look? Maybe. I think, I don't know. I just like to just explore, you know, like try stuff out. It's so easy to be like, oh no, this looks bad, or this doesn't look good enough, or I'm just like, what if I tried this? What if I tried that? Like, you know, we get so stressed. So stressed. We just want to be good little nuggets, and we worry about everything being perfect or good instead of just doing it and knowing that it is good enough. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this ear, but I don't know. Do I want to like, instead of like redrawing it 100 times, I'm just kind of like erasing it out and feeling it out, you know? Kind of like that, where it's just kind of like got the hint. Makes it look furry like the other side, but maybe I have to make his hand thicker. I think that looks okay. I like it better than when he didn't have an ear visible. Yeah, I think I like that more. Good enough is perfect 90% of the time. Well, like, it's also, when you look at something too long, you kind of lose any sense of what it actually looks like, honestly. Like, you stare at something too long and it just becomes a whole different thing. And it's like you don't even see what it is anymore. You've been looking at it so long. It's like when you say a word so many times, it starts to sound funny. Like, you're like octopus, 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 octopus. Is that a real word? Octopus. Octopus? Octopus. Like, I don't know why, that just hit me one day and it was just like, is this even a really, like, a real word? But it was because I was trying to spell it, or I was drawing one, and I just, like, It's happened once or twice with words, especially when I'm trying to spell them, or like, yeah, where I'm like, is that even a real word? And it is. But when you look at it so long, you just kind of start to question everything, and you don't even know what it really is anymore. And I feel like drawing is the same way, and you just have to take that second and like give your brain a second, and you look back at it and you're like, yeah, no, that looks right. That is how octopus is spelled, or whatever. That is what an otter paw looks like. But yeah, it's weird. It's interesting. I think it's one of the hardest lessons too, because you just get so fixated trying to make stuff look good or look right, that you're like, is it even really, like, do you even know what looks right anymore? All right. How to avoid having an existential crisis while drawing. Take a breather. All right, I'm gonna chug some coffee real quick, and then I might just get up for a moment and go pop my kettle on, because my throat, like I said, is a little scratchy. So I might make some tea, because if I just keep drinking coffee to soothe my throat, you guys are gonna have a caffeinated gremlin on your hands, and I don't think that we need that today. I'd like to be able to get work done instead of being overexcited and talking a mile a minute. I already feel like I struggle with talking too fast sometimes, and I don't think it's great for I don't think it's great for streams. Like, it's hard to keep up with like what somebody is saying, or it can be overwhelming if somebody's talking really fast. I know there's certain like big Twitch streamer, when he reads stuff, he just reads it so fast that I can't even understand. And if I try to read what's on the page, what he's saying, like, I'm just like, my brain, it can't. And I don't want to be overwhelming like that. And I've caught times where I've gotten pretty excitable and I'll start talking pretty fast. I'm like, okay, you can be excited, just take a breath, calm down. All right. Yeah, I will run off. All right. BRB, we're getting tea. I'm not actually gonna get tea, I'm just putting the kettle on. So I'm not even gonna throw up the BRB sign, because it'll be like 30 seconds. Alrighty, the kettle is on. And then I will take a short break in a bit, just so I can use the restroom and get more water, and that's when I will actually go get my tea. But for now, at least water will be already heated up. So that should make that a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm actually super happy with my little otter buddy here. I don't know. What do I want to do? I'll just color the rocks in something else for now. I don't know what colors I want to do this, actually. So, I think this one's about done for today then. What? What? There. Just so I can kind of think of any last changes I want to make. If there's anything else I want to do. I might make his expression a little more like concerned. Oh no, now I have the hiccups. Help. Okay, alright, that went away. Whew. But yeah, I think we're good for a moment. So we'll save the little otter friend. I'm still not happy with the back paws. I'm happier with the front paws. I'm not happy with the back paws. I'm probably gonna redraw those. But it's so cute. I love this. It's so good. Alright, let's see what I can do. Boy. So what of this can I just snag? Move over. Fuck it. Oh, it's not gonna work like that. Oh. Oh, shit. Right, because all these are over. Ooh. Wow. So the issue then is that everything's merged onto one layer. So would I want to then take this over there? Maybe? Their room? I can just expand the canvas. We're problem solving. Let's see, chain canvas size. Oh my god, how small is this? Okay, alright, that could be worse. Just give a bunch of room. Alright, so the heck do we have going on? Let's go generate this, I think. Yeah. Alright. So, can I now go grab this and paste it here? I really don't want to have to redraw this, you know? Oh god, they're not the same size? Ooh. Fuck. Oh, this is one of the first ones I tried making, though. going on? This is, yeah. Okay. Well, there's a lot wrong here from the resolution on. Let me see. Resolution 90? What the fuck? No. Oh, I'm gonna have to completely redo this. Oh no. I made it as an emote and I had no plans or I didn't realize either that it would even come out decent. So if I'm just making an emote, that's gonna be like a 50 by 50 pixel. There was no reason to make it huge because I didn't think it would be cute enough to want to put it on everything. Gosh. Alright, well, I'll come back to this one later. I'll think about what I want to do. I like a lot of the original shading and stuff, so that's kind of where I'm not sure. Alright, well, I heard my kettle click, so I should be good to go get some tea. So while I think about what I've done, wow, I cannot believe, really? So what's the resolution on this one? Hold on, I'm like floored that, wow! These are bad. I might have to completely redo these. That makes me upset. Maybe I'm gonna... I really love this, though. It's my favorite. Oh. Can I change canvas size? No. Edit resolution. Can I just, like, give it a higher resolution, or will it just totally bork the whole thing? Yeah, I mean, I made the resolution higher, but I don't think that really made the resolution better. Oh god, Skuttz Anky. Uh-oh. Ah. Alright, that just hurt my neck. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna take the BRB bio break. We're doing it now. I need to let my shoulder uncramp there. Okay, awesome. Well, we'll figure out what we're doing when we get back. I might be stubborn enough to redraw it, but we might also just go back working on something else. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. Be back in about 5 to 10. It shouldn't be that long, but I just need to stretch, use the restroom, get some tea. I'll be back in a few. Alright, let's see if the tea will help the scratchy throat today. Alright. One last go at my coffee here before I settle back in. Oh gosh. So I found the best multitasking. On Thursdays when I play D&D, I'll get some of my reps in for some of my posture exercises. Those are the most important ones because they help me keep the migraines at bay. But if I stay up on those, I would like to then start doing like my that I would like to start doing my bicep and arm workouts again, but we'll get there. That was great. That was great. Okay. I want to do something down here. I actually really like this kind of soft texture that makes them feel fuzzy. So I want to add a little more here and there where I don't want to fully fill in the shapes, but I kind of want to suggest where they close, maybe? Nope, not messing with it. I'll play with it later. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, maybe I like that. Ah. I just like to try different stuff. Eventually you find the one that works out and like that's it. That's it. You just have to have the patience. And eventually you start to find what you like faster. It doesn't take as long to work out and then it's less frustrating. That's basically the TLDR of art in a nutshell. All right. I'm leaving the otter alone for now. The only other thing... did they have... I think they had softer... I probably want to add like some kind of gradient to him. The little bleppin' one just cracks me up. I'm gonna blep. Yeah, look at the, they got little webby toes. Alright, so... Huh, actually, hold on. What? Hold on. It looks like we've got... They've got their whole fingertips. Got like a knuckle. Huh. Guess that's where the wrist is. Maybe. They're so noodly. I'm guessing that's an elbow. And this is his shoulder. Yeah. Alright, so that actually means... I'm gonna stick another sketch layer on here. So, there's another good little drawing tip. Stuff with a lot of detail can be really overwhelming. So you start with the bigger details, like the shape of the body, the shape of the face, then the shape of the paws, and then, you know, once you have the shape of the paws right, then you can come in and find the shape of the paw pads. So then you're not redrawing the detail of the paw pads over and over again. Like, you could see me drawing them in the sketch to try to make sure, like, I got the placement correct, and that I was thinking about them. So they were included, but I didn't draw them with the outline. I didn't do the final part. And that was so that I didn't have to redraw that detail over and over again until I know that the paws were happy and good and that they were going to stay. And now I can come in and figure this out. So I'm leaving myself a little sketch, but like, see, so their feet actually are a little bit longer. So, because he had a little bit more of like a, I don't know, like a little extra, like dogs and cats, we're used to seeing this one up here. They had this additional one down lower. I think the hand shape on this one's okay. But yeah. See? We're learning. And like, I don't know. I could, once again, I could rush and try to finish this, but I just want to make sure it's the best otter ever. Because I love this. Good. We're gonna get it perfect. Alright. Being on the feet, yeah. You got your arm workouts in because of all the raking and then having to swing a 20-pound slug hammer. Oh boy. That is definitely a workout. I'm currently at pulling weeds is my 10 minutes a day. I really don't want to have to spray pesticides in my yard though. Like, really, there's a bunch of cute wildflowers and there's a few like weeds I don't really want in the yard, like blackberry vines are invasive and they can like take over the yard, so if I see any of those sprouting up, I want to get rid of them and pull them. And that would probably be one of the only spots I'd consider really wanting to spray, is if we find patches of that like poking up. But otherwise, everything else I'd rather like rip up or trim back, because if we have anything that we want to plant in the yard, I don't want to grow food or vegetables in the same ground that I'm gonna spray for weeds. So, I really just would rather not. So it's been my motivation is that I don't want to have to spray weed killer in my yard. And I've just been doing it for a very small amount of time. And it works out okay. I have a small box, so like we moved in a couple months ago, and I just have a small box that my goal is to just fill up the box, and I can usually do it in about 10 minutes. So I go outside, I fill up my box, and I've done a fair amount in the yard in 10 minutes, and it's never too much, so I don't overexert myself. So it's been my mini workout, is trying to take care of my yard. But I've got roses and they're covered with grass. So I'm out there trying to get rid of the grass so I can see my flowers. I'm like, hey. My rose bush. I'm surprised I honestly didn't stick roses in my aesthetic here somewhere. I went with pink and leopard print, but we can only stick so many things in. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else I want to do. Make his little, like, sweat bead a little more apparent, maybe. Alright, we put the bean on the feet. Oh, you know what? I can also probably use shading to figure out where they go. Alright, so you're a rogue layer. Join in, friend. You're part of it now. I love when I find a blank layer I actually, like, I created. I'm like, I don't know what it's for. I probably didn't mean to make it. There's nothing on it, so you're the toe bean layer now. Congratulations. Alright, they were kind of like a... Alright, so I'll fix everything else later. I just want to make it a placement so I can see how it looks. Alright, alright, let's see. Toe bean. I guess I just put... Alright, so let's see, can I get rid of the sketch layer I made now? Yeah? Ooh, see, and I really like that. Like, it might not even be worth doing the line art around it. I kind of like it just with the flats. But it could get lost later when I... Ooh. Well, let's see. Let's try. They're kind of like a light... Alright, let's see. Just trying to see... No, they're a little more... See. Let's see if I can grab some colors. This is so... It's so tricky, because, like, there's always optical illusions where, depending on the color of light in the photograph, or, like, different things, it's like hard to tell exactly what shade stuff are sometimes, so Particularly because these are in different like nature lightings. These guys look like dusky. This guy looks like he's in direct sunlight. So he's got a lot more like yellow tones in his fur, and these guys are a lot more like toned down and desaturated. They're also wet. And he blepping. But once again, at least this gives me some kind of grasp to grab and start from, because oh, these guys like actually have 3. Wait, is that an extra guy back there? Oh god. That was an AI otter for a minute. Like, this otter has 6 legs. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. I thought he went like this with 1 leg. I'm like, no, wrong. This is not okay. The simulation is breaking down. But no, it's okay. Everything's fine. It's just a 3rd otter. It's okay. Okay. Gosh. Just want to be blepping. Grab a couple of, and then we'll see, because like these guys have environment and everything bouncing off of them, so we'll see. But we have quite a bit of variation to work from, and I can also maybe try to blend some of these together. What do they got? So, let's see. Kind of like little dipped cone. So, underbelly. Okay, let's see. This is gonna be a little tricky, but we'll see. Airbrush. We'll do this little tummy. Then how far did it go? Just kind of part way, like, yeah, about like that. Yeah, looks about right. Okay, and then I'm going to take the airbrush and then just erase out down, because it's not down his arms. It was almost kind of like between. So we'll just kind of come down and carve that out. Maybe. And then they've got like the tops of their noses was something like this, yeah. There we go. Let's see. And then their feet and the end of their tail are almost a completely this. It's a lot of like a guess and check. But it's alright, let's see. So we'll give them some little hoodies here. And then clean up around the edges. And just, yep, there we go. Use a pencil or the pen to erase where I don't want it spilling over. Probably better ways to do this, but this is the way I do it. There's definitely more efficient ways, and there are times I try to draw more efficiently. When I want to go fast, I try to go fast, but when I'm having fun and just enjoying the process, I do a lot of things that are reflective of the fact that I grew up mainly doing traditional art, and so a lot of my digital mannerisms still kind of reflect a lot of that. Oh, and he's so cute. Ah, I love it. All right, let's give him a little like ear doodads. Does that help? All right, and then do they have like little? I mean, they actually almost have. I gave him darker eyebrows. He should almost have light eyebrows instead. But I don't know if that's gonna look odd. Let's see. We can always try it and go back. The wonders of digital art. If I did this with traditional, it would be weird. It actually looks... I don't know. Looks... maybe like a... What if I do like a mid-tone like that? That's better. That's better. Grab something that's not like totally... so... something that's not so bright. Alright, can we add some like cute little fur texture? Or is this the wrong layer? No, it's the wrong layer. No, we can't, because that's not the right place. See, maybe adding a few... I like it, I like it. Alright, give them some texture here. Just want to make sure it goes with the fur flow, because that is the hardest thing. Fur looks really weird when it doesn't go the right direction. And on animals, the direction that their fur goes is so particular, and if you get it wrong, it's one of the things that kind of sets them into the uncanny valley. Or where if you really get it right, if you do like a speed paint or a really fast rendition, you're able to kind of capture those things really well and really easily. That's like the magic place where everything's really convincing until you look too close. Alright, I guess it's just otter time today. I thought I was gonna be working on some more stuff, but we just zooming right along with this little guy. Alright, so I actually think his nose should also be this color. And then what do I want to do with the paws? Let's try this one, maybe. I love having everything on its own layer because I can just very easily come through and try stuff. If it doesn't work, I can just adjust it fairly easily. I feel very... oh, that's what I was rambling about. On and off, but like, if I tried to do this like markers and I didn't know if... I can go from light to dark, but I can't go from dark to light. So like, if I wanted to see... if he looked cute with a stomach like that, I'd fill the darker shades in around it, but there would be no erasing like I did at the bottom of his arms. So it's not as easy to take back what you experiment with, but I also really love traditional work for that reason, because I get completely absorbed into it because of that like factor. Particularly with certain things like metalworking. If you're removing metal like dremeling or trying to solder something, you don't want to melt it. Those require such concentration that it's like I almost can't think about anything else but that, and I love it. That's where I find that place where like just no thoughts, just art. Alright, I'm gonna do that, and then let's see, I want to take the, no, not the gradient, airbrush? Yeah, no. And then just clean this up a bit. Because that takes away from the soft. It does make them look floofier though, but they're not floofy. Well, a little bit. Ooh. But their floofy is more like sleek floof. And when you see gaps in their fur, it's when it kind of clumps together when they're wet. I don't know. Like I said, I get to try stuff out. I like it. It's relaxing. Instead of stressing about if stuff looks good, like I just try it, find out. The next time, if it looks bad, I'll do better. It's learning. Like when you stop looking at it as a pass or fail, and like each art piece either has to be good, or you like have to quit calling yourself an artist, or you know, some fucking whatever strange pressure we put on ourselves. Like there's no harm in making art that sucks. Like you can just make something that's bad because you push your boundaries trying something new. When you make something that's bad, it's often because you're going outside of your comfort zone, or else it would be good because you're comfortable with it, like, you know? So you're gonna make some stuff that doesn't always look good, but that's how you find out what does. So it's not a pass or fail, like you're learning. I kind of like this texture. It looks like the way their fur gets all clumpy. I don't know. I can always redo this part if I don't like it, but I think I do want this. I just don't know if it'll look the same on like a print. But I think it looks cute. Yeah, it is looking really good with the colors. I think that's why I can't like stop. It's just too cute. I can't. Oh, I wish I could focus on anything I talk about half the time, because I remember things I started talking about and I'm like, did I ever get to my point? And I'm like, I don't think I did. I'm like, oh no. Oh, Skuttz. I wish I just had like a little visual notebook of stuff that I was talking about, but like I would have to stop and write what I was talking about to remember, so it creates a catch-22. The whole reason I forget what I'm saying is because I'm trying not to disrupt my flow, so to stop and write down what I was talking about would just disrupt my flow. Alright, do they have... Does this help? I want to make his face read very clearly. I think it helps. Well, that side, maybe not, because he's got his little sweat bead. Does that make it... No, that does kind of make it look... Oh no. I forgot about my tea. It's probably bitter now. Why? I need like a timer. All right. Okay. So the question then is, do I want to do the same thing with the yes, the answer is just yes. I'm gonna do it with the feeties. But doing it. I really liked the fur texture on his belly. I don't want to overdo it. Like making stuff too busy. But I think it really makes him look like a little otter. I think this is going really well. This is why you use references. Could you imagine what this otter would have looked like if I didn't go look at what otters looked like? I don't think it would look like an otter. I think it would look like what I thought an otter looked like, but I don't think it would have looked like an otter. Being an artist is when you question what everything looks like. All right. I like it. A little noodle. All right. So let's see if we can do the same kind of chunky like fur texture. Wait, no, it goes the other way. So it would be this one into the, once again thinking about the grain of the fur, because if you you fuck that up, it's not gonna look right. See if I can just do a couple down here. I'm worried about this though. It won't be the worst thing. Like if it doesn't show up, it doesn't show up. Like it's okay. The rest of our otter friend here is pretty clearly an otter, and I think his chest spray will show up well enough. I just don't know how detailed some of the prints will get, because sometimes stuff will just get lost in it, but I imagine looking at what I saw, the prints are pretty good. And the same thing, I haven't used the new one yet, but I have heard good things, and there are multiple t-shirt suppliers, so if there's one I don't like the print or the texture or the feel, there's other options, so I am excited. And I think I'm going to start looking into just a couple of charities that are things I can really get behind, and having some of these collections go towards those things, like maybe some of the otter art. If this merch sells, percentage of the proceeds would go towards like wildlife preservation or gosh dang it. And I totally just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. No. Oh, and especially with a lot of the other stuff going on, particularly in Florida and some of the more conservative states in the United States, I'd like to find some charities that will help either people relocate or there's several that kind of help trans and LGBT youth. So the Tired and line, I think I would really like to support some of those causes right now, because I feel like I'm frustrated and wish I could do more. So if I can help support the people who are doing those things, because I physically can't do a ton, but I want to find how I can like contribute and how I can help. So I feel like it's a really good way, especially with Pride Month coming up. So my hope is to launch the store tomorrow with all of those designs, and as I said, I will decide on which one I am basically settling on tonight, but I have a few charities and causes I'm looking at that I would feel appropriate to support. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I don't know how I want to do this though. I think I've got further away from I liked it better before I started trying to add the fur texture to it. Oh no, and I started doing other stuff. Alright, hold on. So we'll just go like this. And I'll just erase it. Easy. And I will just grab this and do it again. Oh wait, oh. It's its own layer. That's right. So if I lock it... all that, yeah. It's funny. Alright, so let's back that off a bit. I'll come back in, and there we go. How far do I want it to come up, though? Kind of like it right here. Alright. I like him. For sure. Not getting into anything too heavy, just the fact that I do want to reach out and help in the ways that I'm able to. What do we do here? I think this is at a point where I need to leave it be for a moment, and I can come back in. Maybe I want to do like slightly. Oh no, rock color variations. Maybe this one should be the oops. There we go. We'll do that one that color and that one that color. Think maybe. This one's kind of maybe too purplish. Do I just kind of make it desaturated a bit? Yeah. His eyes don't pop enough though. I feel like right here, can we make them like bluer? I don't think they have blue eyes, but it makes it easier to see how worried his little face is. Alright, yeah, I like this. We'll leave him be for a little bit. He's got some last things to tidy up, but This is pretty adorable. I'm super happy. Yeah, there's definitely a few. Like, I don't know exactly what I want to do with his foot paws, if I'm gonna leave him like that, if I want to, I don't think I want to outline that. Oops. Alright. But he's coming right along. He's so cute. Okay. We got the noodly otter. Alright. That's why I think community matters more than anything right now. Everyone's struggling, and the best we can do is reach out and help each other, because it's pretty rough out there for everyone. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave our juggling otter here for now. It's so cute. I did not think we were gonna get here. Like, I thought maybe I'd be working on my little emote, but that one did not go as planned, so oh, I think I have to redraw it. I think I do. That's gonna be a whole different day and some patience. But not today. Not today. We will not save this right now. The only thing is these ones are vector layers, so I wonder if these ones will let me, like... Will these ones let me bring them up without losing the integrity? The answer here might actually be yes. So I may be able to make the vector layers larger and just adjust some of the other stuff. Because that does not look as fuzzy. And that's huge. That does not look as fuzzy as the other one did. We'll see. I'll test it. But it's worth redoing because I did not expect to like that as much as I did when I made it an emote size. We'll leave this alone. I'll say no for now. Close this. Yes, I'll save it because I just made the canvas huge, that's all. Let's see. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, no, I guess we're still messing with the otter. I only have like 15 more minutes, so I also really don't want to start something new. I'm just kind of thinking about some text placement. Where I would want to put text. Where it might fit. Probably something like this. Yeah. Depends on the exact wording. I think that's... Ooh. Oh, I have to find a font too. I'm gonna have to like do the whole thing. I usually just end up... Oh, I could just use my font. True. Let's see. Yeah, we won't sit here and just... I could sit here and go through text all day, although I don't think I have... My God. Yeah, I ended up... Okay, so I had a year where I had to move a bunch, and then I also had to move, Why is that all wonky? What? Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cute. And my computer failed. I got a new computer. That was a temporary one that was kind of a potato. Oh, I like this one. This font is cute. And so I used to have like a mass library of fonts that I just like, on days I had migraines and I couldn't do much else, I would just scroll through and find fonts I liked and just had this massive library. I think I have the folder with all the fonts in it, but at this point, I don't know if any of the licensings on them have changed, and I feel like I just need to start over, but it's so sad. I used to have probably like 300 fonts or something, and now I maybe have less than 50 for sure. Gosh. Do I want to do something different with his back paws? I don't know. They're not really the showcase of the piece, but what am I... Something's just not, like his foot's not shaped right or something. The one over here is okay. This is the one that's bugging me. This one's not too bad. It looks like how the one was curled up. This one, I think, like, it looks like it goes from ankle to toe. Like, there's no foot. Actually, I think that's actually the problem. I think I nailed it. Yeah. That's just ankle to toe. He has no foot. Or his foot's down back there. So that would actually mean, maybe if I just, like, give a little hint of his, like, back of his leg here. Is that... Wait, what's going on? Wait, what? What? Let's see. So, here's his hip. There's his knee. This should be his ankle. And I think, yeah, that should go out a little bit more. Because this, even if this is the back of his foot, like that. No, that's wrong. Okay, I see what's going on. So, it actually should be like... I think. Okay, so can I fix it? Probably. Wait, come back. Why'd I get rid of that? I told myself where to put it and then I got rid of it. That was dumb. Alright, so can I just select this whole ass layer folder? Let me do this. Yeah. Select the whole folder. It's all in the folder, right? Yeah. Okay, just let me move this. Come on. Magic. Let's see if I can I just have to get through this, like... shipping canal. Okay, cool. Didn't pull a, Oh god, what was the name of the ship that got stuck? Alright, so... he might have a foot now. What way does this look? There we go. There we go. Sometimes you can salvage stuff without having to redraw a ton of it. There might still be something I have to fix or touch up, but like I didn't have to redo everything that was worth keeping just to scoot it. Hey. I'm so excited. Alright, so I am, let's see, so we've got, wait, but I didn't draw any sort of foot on that one. I feel like, wouldn't there be some kind of, I mean, that looks better in the profile. There's a lot of talking to myself, even when I'm not streaming. This is basically all I do. I just have a constant, like, I have to like bounce ideas off of myself because I'm like, does this look okay? I'm like, I don't know. Alright, so let's see. We fill in base layer. Now this should be looking pretty good. Oh, man. Except for that part. And now that doesn't match, but that's fine. Do this. Blend it in. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Fabulous. I think that's a lot better. And it would actually have his little footpath. I think you'd be able to see it there. Oops. No. This one. I don't know. Alright. So, we got our cute little otter. I love him so much. Alright, so I don't know. What else do I... The things I'm not liking are this bright spot right here. And then just having to come through and then guess probably just give it a good once over and check all of like dot my T's and cross my I's. Let's see. Yeah, I'm happy. All right. So I probably will end up coming back to this one more time, but like I imagine after giving it a moment, I'm gonna love this. Wait a second. Wait. What if he gave, what if I gave him some, I feel like he needs, yes, these have to happen. Yes, they have to happen. They have to. The worried eyebrows. I love them. Alright, what's this layer? Don't know. It is now. I think we have to put something right behind these, though. Otherwise, it's gonna struggle to show. But is that gonna make it look weird? Oh no, that makes it look weird. Oh, the whiskers look cute, but only if they have no outline. It looks like he's got like little spikies, little antennas. Yeah, I don't think that works at all. So the whiskers either work or they don't, so wow. Okay, fair enough. Just can't go on a plain white tee then. Oh, well, I do believe since I am at a ending time for this project, and I don't know what else I want to do for this, I think it's a good time to go ahead and wrap up. I fixed the foot. We did a great job getting some shading and some markings on him. This looks very much like an otter to me. Outline makes him look a little weird, more like horns and eyebrows. Yeah. This'll have to do, because it's just so cute. Like, if you take the whiskers away, it's not... I mean, it looks okay, but it's so much cuter. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it so much. As always, I feel like I've made some good progress the last 2 weeks, and I appreciate you joining me while I set aside this time to kind of work on some fun stuff for myself and the things I've been meaning to get done and wanting to either put up in my shop or like just make for myself. Like, he's gonna be an adorable sticker. I need to put him on everything. If you want to buy the sticker, that's on you. I'm making the sticker for me. No, but for real, your support means everything to me, and I appreciate it so much. Even if it's just being here, vibing with me, laughing and drawing otters, it's amazing. My day can go from sucky to amazing just because art is one of my favorite things, and I absolutely love getting to share it with all of you. So take care, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I don't have an ending screen. Oh, it's just me. It's just here. See you next Wednesday. Bye.